Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be with you today. And I ask the spirits of land and place and the good and true and beautiful ancestors. We all have ancestors. And that is good news that we do, because if we didn't have ancestors, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have gotten a body. And so I'm really grateful that, the odds were that we wouldn't have made it here, that we wouldn't have gotten a body, but we did. So this is good. This is a wonderful thing. And so I think that there's a couple of things that are I've been thinking about and that are on my mind. But one of them is about a sense of humor. I think some of us just we have these places where we lose our sense of humor. I think for all of us, really, like, where are the places where I don't keep my sense of humor? Where do I, and where do I think that things are funny and engaging and um, where do I find myself playful and enjoying the balance that that brings. And so I think that there's a certain level of balance and um, uh, a health engendering quality that comes from having a sense of humor and really being engaged in what brings us joy and happiness and a sense of play and fun. And so I would be curious about what those things are for you. I thought that it could be interesting to read. Thank you. Thank you. I thought that it would be, thank you, Jason. I thought that it could be interesting to read. There's this poem that is, credit is given to Charlie Chaplin. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but I really appreciate it. And that is the only knowledge that I have of it in regards to the who of it. But it's so beautiful, and it's a little speech about loving yourself, and it says, as I began to love myself, I found that anguish and emotional suffering are only warning signs that I was living against my own truth. Today, I know this is authenticity. As I began to love myself, I understood how much it can offend somebody if I try to force my desires on this person, even though I knew the time was not right and the person was not ready for it. And even though this person was me, today I call that respect. As I began to love myself, I stopped craving for a different life, and I could see that everything that surrounded me was inviting me to grow. And today I call that maturity. As I began to love myself, I understood that that at any circumstance, I am at the right place at the right time, and everything happens at exactly the right moment. So I could be calm, and today I call that self confidence. As I began to love myself, I quit stealing my own time. Wow, I quit stealing my own time, and I stopped designing huge projects for the future. And today, I only do what brings me joy and happiness, things I love to do that make my heart cheer. And I do them in my own way and in my own rhythm. And today, I call it simplicity. As I began to love myself, I freed myself of anything that is no good for my health: food, people, things, situations, and everything that drew me down and away from myself. And at first, I called this attitude a healthy egoism. And today, I know that it's love of oneself. As I began to love myself, I quit trying always to be right. And ever since, I was wrong less of the time. And today, I discovered that is modesty. As I began to love myself, I refused to go on living in the past and worrying. I refused to go on living in the past and worrying about the future. And now I only live for the moment where everything is happening. And today I live each day, day by day, and I call it fulfillment. As I begin to love myself, I recognize that my mind can disturb me and that it can make me sick. But as I connected it to my heart, my mind became a valuable ally. And today I call this connection wisdom of the heart. We no longer need to fear arguments, confrontations, or any kind of problems with ourselves or others. Even stars collide, and out of their crashing, new worlds are born. Today, I know that is life. Today, I know that is life. And so I really appreciate so many of the things that he's saying. But I mean, he was a great comedian. He brought humor to people and joy to people in really difficult, very difficult times. He brought joy and humor to people, and his humor was opening. Like, it was not closing humor; it was opening humor, and that's something that Angeles Arian used to talk about. And she talked about how, can I have humor that is opening, that is, welcoming, that is really, I consider it hospitable. Like, what would you consider, a hospitable humor or joy? And so I would ask us, this next week, like, just notice, where do I love myself, for one thing? What does that mean to me? What does loving myself mean? And then to think about, what do I think is really funny? And do I know any good jokes? Like, what are the good jokes? Like, uh, there's a joke that I think of in my little brother. I have a couple of, well, actually, I have 5 brothers, and 3 of which are adopted, and then I have, um, uh, well, I have 3. Well, I have a lot of brothers. Let's just say I have 6 brothers. I have 3 half brothers, and I have 3 3 adopted brothers. So I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. They say, those of us who are adopted are twice blessed. So I'm 6 times blessed. So it's very exciting. But I would think about, where's my love? Where's my joy? Where's my humor? And one of the things that's important to remember is that love, humor, and joy are a part of love. Like, that is a part of what opens the heart. It's a part of what keeps us healthy. It's part of what takes care of our well-being. And so I think of this joke my little brother Conrad told me when he was, gosh, I think he was like 5 years old, and he was so cute. Oh my God, it was the cutest thing ever. He was so cute. And he told me this joke, and he said, this joke, what is an elephant? No, what is a mouse? No, what is a mouse? It's funny, I can't even tell the joke. What does a mouse do when it gets swallowed by an elephant? What does a mouse do when it gets swallowed by an elephant? It runs around till it gets pooped out. And I just love that joke, right? But it's a heart-opening joke. There's a quality to it of opening, and so it's sweet and it's fun and it's a child's joke. It's a joke that a 5-year-old little boy told me when I'm 10 years older than him, so I must have been 15 when he told me the joke. But it's, he is funny, and he's one of the funny people in my life. Conrad is just like my little brother. He is just so funny, and we have so much fun, and we laugh so much together. And you're hearing a lot about him. I talked about him last. Hi, brother. Nice shout out to you, my little brother. Talking about him these last two conversations and talks we've had. But he just has a warmth and a humor that is just a delight, and such an addition to my life. So what a gift to have a sibling and siblings who are funny, and a pleasure to be around in that way. So do I have a sense of humor? And if I don't have a sense of humor, how come I don't have a sense of humor? And if I don't have a sense of humor, what happened? Like, where did I leave it? Did I leave it somewhere? What happened? And how come I'm such a perfectionist? And I think everything has to be perfect and done perfectly. And when really nothing needs to be done perfectly. Everything is, as Charlie Chaplin says, that is life. So have a very good week, and I will see you next Wednesday. I'll look forward to it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.